How's it going, everybody? Adam here. Welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Let's Play world. I figured I'd start over here in the iron farm today, sort of to go over what's going on with the whole ejection system here. And as you can probably notice with the glass and a little bit of grass over there, we have Optifine installed. Or, if you didn't know, we have Optifine installed now, so I can also go wish, 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 zoom in on things, which is cool. And I've got something else installed too that'll help me do some time lapses, but more on that later. So with this thing, apparently I lost hoppers in the process of this. I don't even understand how. But the thing that seems to be happening is the items are going through these hoppers too quickly. And these aren't registering the items in here, and they're getting backed up in here. So yeah, there's an issue with that. The only way that I can fix it is if I put the hoppers going into the top of the droppers here. But that causes another issue where the items are just going to get siphoned from the chest immediately. Wait, I can't open that chest. Have I never been able to open that chest? Because that could also be a problem. Why can't I open the chest? Chest above it, what's on the other side? Thought it was supposed to be stairs. Anyway, but whilst I was thinking about that, the other way to fix that would be to oops. That's weird. Also, I was recently at the Nether as well, so it opens that way, but it won't. Doesn't open that way. Okay, that's a different problem altogether. But that I can easily fix that, change that. That's weird. Anyway, but the way to fix it would be to just sync up when this is turned off. Just run it into a clock instead. That'll just was it a clock? No. Yeah, when it's turned off, but run a single redstone wire into all the back of these. Run these into a clock. That just go on whenever one of these has an item in. So we could probably put the comparator here. So it'll be, say, on top of this. It'll face. It's just still one. I can show you what I mean. So it'll sit there. There's something in the dropper, it'll still detect that. So, and then we can use that to sort of power all the other ones. That'll be my way of fixing that. But anyway, we need to get on to what we need to do for today. And that will be to construct our walls, mainly around the bottom here and maybe along that wall. But before we do that lands in a decent spot, but I also don't get stuck. During some working in the Nether, or mining in the Nether, I may have broken. Gone blank. Why have I gone blank? Also got two. Also got another 2 with the skull, so we have. Now have 6. Many more, number 3. You unfortunately got broken. I believe, what's that, 6, 5. Can you really go the more expensive? Pretty sure it doesn't really matter. Anyway, many more, number 4 has been made. Whoopsies. Yeah, it was a matter of me just getting sort of sidetracked during. To keep that one. We'll keep grabber. But the other way around actually, because that one has more. Just got sidetracked and would change the music that I was listening to and continued using the pickaxe. Because normally I throw it up here, so I can't use it anymore. And speaking of the Nether, we've actually got a lot of that done at the moment too. We've basically got the going outside the portal. Basically the quarter closest to us left. So that is awesome. so what we're going to do. Actually, I probably won't do the walls up here because this place isn't quite fully done out. I might do on the sides. I might even do the towers. Possibly. Might just do the walls first and then we'll see how we'll do the towers. One thing to note before I start this though, that this design is not necessarily for consistent consistent palette of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Well, 6 technically. If you're going from pillar wall to there. This can be out further. I don't think I would go any closer than that. But we shall see. Anyway, time for us to do a bit of a time lapse. And that's going to be using the other thing that I installed, which is the replay mod. And it allows us to make some cool things. So I'm going to use that while I do the 2 walls on either side of the entrance there. So hopefully that time lapse turns out alright, as I haven't done it yet. But yeah, it does look a little weird with only just the two itty bitty walls there, especially that one being really thin. I didn't do the bar on this one. It should be about there, I think. Somewhere about there. It's hard to know what to do at the bottom. It's my problem. Thought I had haste, but I don't have haste. Just out of range apparently. Yeah, this is looking alright. I do just need to put the stair at the bottom there. So I'm not sure how exactly I want to do the different heights of these, whether we do that like that. If we will just test this now. Maybe we just continue throwing cobblestone at the bottom. That's something I haven't really tried out too much. Something we'll have to work out. It might work actually. This look like a bit of a filler, or the support has slowly eroded away. Because that might work. I'll have to throw some andesite in there. Actually allow that to be touched up just a little bit more, get a little bit more different textures in here. Maybe even gravel as well, that might work. And we'll probably do that on the other side. Try to get everything roughly around the same height. Although this side does go down a lot lower than over there will, so this side might determine how low that sort of goes. Who knows? Kind of ran out of oak fences at one point. Don't know if that'll show in there. Also, had a creeper walk out from behind here when I went to make the cracked bricks. That scared me. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep the night away. Also, you would have noticed that I wasn't, especially when I built this one, I wasn't quite sure how high up to go. So, that was kind of a rough guess point where I think I'd like to put a walkway. Actually, I don't know if that'd be lower down there, but that actually sits really well with where the top of that sort of sits up. Anyway, I figured next we would do the towers. Just sort of block them out with the stone bricks. Oh. Sweet, it doesn't... Oh, because that I'm swapping between the same thing. I thought that was weird. Just block them out. No, just on the outside edge. Like so, all the way down both sides, just to see how that looks. And I think we might try and continue that with another time lapse. Alright, so it's looking a little plain because I again just did them with the straight blocks of stone bricks, but it kind of gives a bit of sense of what we're going for, and this center part is definitely gonna change. Doesn't suit this at all. I got thrown off on the side there with the ladders. Just quickly break our way down again. Yeah, I think what we'll have to do... This is gonna stay. This will have to be changed on the inside. Might even end up just knocking this out and keeping it more flat, which really is not the best thing. Wait, what? Oh, that's part of the... Okay. Thought that was part of the tower and I got confused. But no. Yeah, it's on both sides. Yeah, this archway would be nice. It'd have to be reset back a block, I think, to actually sort of stand out and make a difference. Not liking these things on the side anymore. Kind of blocking off the view just a little bit. Yeah, it's getting there. Have to do something about the bottom here too. Eventually make these bridges not gravity defying things. Yeah, I might make them a little taller. I don't know, they're basically on the height at the top there, and it does look a bit weird. Yeah. Just let me get rid of this knight. So I've added some more towers on the side to try and get a better feel for it. And as I sort of feared, the dividing thing here is sort of lost between the tower and the wall. Although I do still like it. This one's still got the problem, not even still a problem, as I more or less forgot about it. This isn't even spacing between here. Counting from that row there to that row there, that's 8 blocks. So I do need to shift this tower across one. I believe I'll shift it this way rather than... Actually... No, because I've sort of changed my mind. I'll probably shift it out a block instead. So towards this way. Yes, Mr. Zombie, I can hear... I don't know if you're in a cave. though, you'd have to be in a cave. Never mind, he has to be in a cave. Yeah, no, I'll shift the block out this way so we can actually, instead of more or less being inset into the mountain, we can have the walkway going around the outside of the mountain. I think that'll actually work a lot better than my initial plan. I've fallen off that so many times. So what I was thinking of doing was, instead of putting this here, would be to put it in the middle. So you keep that distinction, but it looks good over there, but I don't have that separation anymore. So I could either bring it out a block, but I don't want to do that either. So in a bit of a predicament. I really just need a way to get this line here different from the tower wall. Whether or not that becomes a different block, I don't know. But I don't think that'll work. Or either that will look too good. I know I can jump on there, but I won't. Because it doesn't always work. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much time I have left for today either. Just trying to think. Sure. So I might try to. Well, I'm gonna move that tower across the block, which is actually shouldn't be too much. I might just rip that out, see what it looks like in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So there's the change, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'll be honest. That doesn't look right. It actually looks better when the thing in the middle isn't there. I don't know what's with my ender pearls. Not making noises when I land. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Just to show you guys a quick example. Not even a quick example, just to show you guys what it looks like. Very easy, quick to just break that back over to the tree. Doesn't quite matter where I am on the tree. But yeah, see, now it's got don't have my detail. I liked my detail. Thought it was cool. Although the block needs to change, but yeah, see, now it just looks like it's missing something. Unless I had to put something structural the center, potentially. Okay, that's just that kind of works. We go oh, 3. No, I know there is the center. Just do something like this. There. Yeah, I broke it. Somewhat of an even center, but work for the purposes that I need it to. I missed the tree. That's fine. It could work. Maybe not everywhere, but it could work. Trying to see if I can get to a spot where I can sort of see both of them. Let's see. Between the two, I still like the left better. It just doesn't work too well. It would work if it was in a repetitious pattern. I've got that inner block between. There's only 3 on that side. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Between 3 blocks. Whereas down here, I think I had it between 5. Pretty sure. No, it was 3 here too. 1, 2, 3. Alright, well. I don't know if it'll fit. Quickly check, otherwise we might have to wrap up here. Need to go and count this wall. So if we, just quickly, if we went. Block that 1, 2, 3. That goes there. That would go there. That would go there. 1, 2, 3. That. Yeah, so this wall would have to go out further. We keep the pattern in regards of there's only 3 blocks between pillars, or we'd have to bring it in closer. That's they bring that in or push it out. Which I mean, yeah, no, it'd have to be pushed out nowhere. That doesn't. Oh, it does. Does it? Huh? Because I didn't. Yeah, well, I had the pillar in the middle before, so never mind. Yeah, I don't know. We might just leave it for a while. Because the detail is something I can go back and do over everything once it's all done. Yeah, it's either tossing up between that one. And I'm still leaning towards the one on the left. That's very plain. It's very plain, it's nice. But I feel like we could put something else there. I'm not too sure how much time we have for today. But at the same time, I don't think it's too much. It's not going to be worth that much doing anything else. So I'm going to leave this episode here. Ah, I actually got the haste to break that for once. Let me know what you guys think. Whether we should go with the. Let's see. What do we call these? What was the original wall? So either we go with the original, or we go either plain or spikes. That we can probably add some more detail in on that one. But again, as I said, that'll do for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to stick around and see some more. And I hope to see you all next time. But until then, bye!